I thought you might like it if I shared with you some social media insights I've got, because it's really important to Christians these days to know how some of this stuff works. We're going to be focusing on Facebook mostly, and the first thing to know is that it's a business. It's not your friendly uncle. I'm going to show you some of my data to demonstrate to you what it likes, what it doesn't like, that kind of thing. It makes money because of highly targeted advertising, because it's got stacks of data about all of us, because we've chosen to give it that data about us. So let's have a look at some stuff that's going on here on the screen. The burning question that most people have is this: why doesn't all the stuff I post get shown to all my friends, and why doesn't all the stuff that they post get shown to me? Well, there's a reason for that. Every day there's probably about 300,000 items, or 30,000 depending on who you are, vying for your attention. I mean, it's as simple as that. And Facebook has to sort all that out, or you'll never be able to get through it. Now, okay, you might want to do that yourself, but most people don't. So it's not going to do that. It's not going to show you everything that other people do, and it's not going to show you everything that they do. Facebook uses a thing called ranking signals to decide what you and your friends see in your timeline. Facebook mentions 3 major categories of ranking signals that it uses to decide what it shows in your timeline. Here they are. I'll put them up on the screen for you. It decides because of, number 1, who you typically interact with. Number 2, the type of media in the post, whether it's a video, a link, a photo, or whatever. And the popularity of the post. It's as simple as that. In May 2019, Facebook began directly asking users questions to find out what actually matters to them. So if you see a post saying, click on me, or copy and paste this post and you'll see all your friends' posts, or for them to see yours, it's absolute rubbish. None of that stuff works. In fact, it can even be a scam. So don't copy and paste stuff on Facebook if people are coming on telling you to do that. The fact is that if you want to see your friends' posts, you're going to have to engage by liking and commenting and sharing. Facebook loves engagement because it extends the reach of their advertising. Now, Facebook also has a thing called pages. So let me show you that now. The business end of Facebook, it's where the big brands live, but also your local church, people like me. And I run 2 pages. UglyFish, which is this one here, which is all about prophecy, prayer, and the gospel, and the things I want to say about those things. And I also run a page called 3 Things, you can see it here, which is an action campaign to help heal the divisions in the UK by being merciful, kind, and forgiving to one another. So here's the correct way to like the UglyFish or the 3 Things page. Let's use the 3 Things page as an example. So I'm going to unlike it just for now. So let's pretend I'm you, I'm coming in, and I want to like the 3 Things page. So go click the like button. This is liking the page, right? Oh, I've liked the like button. It's put up a load of what it thinks are related pages. I'll just hide that from you for now, because you didn't want to be bothered with that stuff. So you think that's it, but it's not. What you need to do then is you click on these little 3 dots and you go to follow settings. Now, this raises up this little dialog box where you can do various things about the 3 Things page. In your newsfeed, you'll choose how you'll see posts from this page in your newsfeed. So you either see it first, or you see posts in their usual order from this page, or you never see posts from this page in your newsfeed. Don't you dare click on that with regard to 3 Things and UglyFish. I'll be most upset with you. So what obviously I would like you to do is click see first, because that means you're always going to see my posts first. So that would be really nice and kind, merciful, and forgiving of you if you do that. The other thing to do is choose what types of posts you want to be notified about, so you can pick the standard one, which is you'll get all notifications from this page up to 5 a day, and some people post that many a day. You'd be lucky if you get one from me. I mean, maybe when I'm out on the roads, you might get a few photographs a day, maybe up to 5. But I would like you to click that if you want to. I mean, it's up to you. But most people click this. I think you should click that just because it benefits me. Maybe I'm being a bit selfish, but anyway, if you do, so then you update that. Another thing you can do is you can invite your own friends to like a page as well. So that's my settings for that page. And that's how you should properly like a page. But you didn't think there was just all that to it as well. So Facebook likes posts that have a picture or pictures and some text. And Facebook likes videos. Facebook likes conversations between people. Facebook doesn't like it if you post a YouTube video or a direct link to a website. Facebook really likes videos. It likes its own videos. It doesn't like other people's videos. Well, it's in competition with YouTube, which is owned by Google. So they're the 3 top social media companies in the whole wide world. Google, YouTube, and Facebook in that order. And they're in competition. So that's why I'm posting this video to Facebook, because if I just put it in YouTube and then post it to Facebook, it won't show it to more than 20 odd people. So I'm going to show you some data to verify this. So here's my UglyFish page. Here are my insights. Okay. Now, what's popping up on my screen now is all the stuff about my posts and stuff. Here's my posts. This tells me when you guys are all online, right? Look, so here's all, mostly my friends are Christians. So look, I've got friends in like foreign countries and places, not just the UK. So there's a whole bunch of people on at 3 o'clock in the morning, down to 6, 9 o'clock. And the tail off time seems to be about, I don't know, 1:30, when all the Christians are going home, picking their kids up and stuff like that. I guess it's not just Christians, it's everybody. So they're all doing that, and they go home and they have tea. There's 6 o'clock, watch a bit of telly, put the kids to bed, daddy down. And about 9 o'clock it starts to pick up again. You know, I don't know why that is. And on different days of the week, so it shows you. So Sunday, see the black line there? That's different days of the week. The big grey box is an average, but on Monday between 7 and 8 there's a bunch of people on, more than usual. Tuesday the peak seems to be about, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock. Wednesday, look at this, big chunk of people on there between 1:30 to lunchtime Wednesday. Thursday, just a bit average. Friday, nothing special. Saturday, interesting, 3 o'clock in the morning is a bit of a jump. Maybe when you're all getting in from the pub, you Christians been out all night. Just kidding. So, look at this. I've done a little experiment this week with this post, but I'm going to show you some of my posts here and what I know does well and why I know Facebook likes pictures with text and why it doesn't like YouTube videos. Now, this only happened last year. It stopped like being nice about YouTube videos, and about half the people, maybe even quarter, see them now as to what used to see them. So let's just pick a post here. I've got some that I do want to show you. This was an interesting one, this one here. So I put this post out. They say never to post to Facebook. It was a Black Lives Matter thing about this guy, Orlando Magic's Jonathan Isaac, didn't kneel for an anthem. And I put out thinking not many people would bother with this, but it got to 192 people. It had 34 people who did something with it. So they clicked on the post. You see 29, 24 viewed the photos, 5 other clicks. So those other clicks, it depends what kind of post it was. Probably likes, comments and shares, okay? Now, it went to 192 people because a friend of mine, a Facebook friend of mine, liked it, okay? It wouldn't have got 192 people reached if he hadn't done that, and that's a key thing to remember. Because when I share my own content on my personal account, about 150 to 160 people see it, which is good going, because on a page, normally you can expect about 5% of your page's followers to see your stuff. So on mine, if I leave it to its own devices, now I've been putting a bunch of posts up to test this. I hope you don't mind. Let's just pick one. So that one there. So that one there, these are some things I've been putting up daily. It's got a little link to the UglyFish website in. May God be your strength. I put these up, not really as a test. I put these up because prophecy is all about comforting and encouraging and strengthening people. And I put them up. It took us ages to make all these. And then I put like up over a month, a verse a day every day to encourage and comfort people. And I might make them into some kind of big post. But the key thing for you to look at is this. It reached 17 people. So that's what? A 17/60ths or 17/20. I don't know. It's under a third. So I don't know. It's about maybe 25% of my, of my people on UglyFish. So I'm doing better than the big corporates, but I want more people than that. And what I noticed was this. So when we got the one that I really did want to share, hang on, I'll find it. This one. So same kind of post, you understand what I'm saying? He will wipe every tear from their eyes. Now there's something particularly weird going on in the world that day, which meant I should share it anyway, but I shared this on my personal account. You see that one shared down there? That's me, Ed Morrow, sharing that. And look what happened. Instead of the 17, 149 people got reached. It's about 150. Out of my 400 friends on Facebook, 149 people got reached. There were 11 engagements. You can see that here, based on likes and comments and stuff like that, shares. Okay, so some people clicked the post as well, which might mean they went to the UglyFish website. So I'm just showing you that because there's a difference between when I share something and when I just leave it. So if I just leave a post, not much happens. Now, watch the difference. Same kind of post at Easter. Let me just crack one down here. So this one here was really, really interesting, I thought. So I did a funny. So I do these myself, you know. I don't get these from somewhere. I do these in Photoshop and stuff like that. But look at this, right? So if you think about this, 150 would be what I would normally get if I shared it myself. 17, 20 if I just left it the page. But look what happened. So I got 6 shares, right? One of which was obviously me. I'm going to block out the names so you can't see them. I can see them right now. You'll not be able to see them. 420 people saw that, okay? It got liked 3 times on this page, but on shares, right, because it got shared 6 times, it went to 420 people, right? And of that, it got all this other stuff. It got 23 loves, 20 of them were on shares, 20 were on this post, and it matters because if you share something, it goes further. So you need to know that. If you share something, it goes further. Let me show you another post that's really, really important for you to see, because one of the things that's important about this, it's not just about whether you share it or not, it's about whether it's any good. I don't expect you to share stuff if it's not any good, but I would like it if you would comment and say, this isn't very good. My feelings will be hurt, of course. But, you know, who knows? There's another example there of, see, picture and text. They love all that. Facebook shares that with you happily, right? And when we get down here, when I get in the local paper, this is the one I want to show you. Put me in the local paper. So it's a link, right? Now, Facebook doesn't like links. Okay, ordinarily it will not do this. But look, on the page, it got 65 likes. On the post, it got 2 likes. On shares, it got 63. It was shared 21 times. So that matters. 21 times meant 785 people got reached. Now, what's all this got to do with you? I'm trying to show you because I can see this data about my stuff. Helps you to understand what's going on with your stuff, although on a normal account you can't see this stuff. Now, let me show you a couple of other things, because I wanted to show you an example of a conversation that started up. I made this daft post. Yeah, this one. So I'd made a video and I jokingly said that YouTube subscribers would be back to 49 from 50 to tomorrow. And I just made a little joke about it and put a little image up of it. But what happened was, when I shared it with my friends, a little conversation on that share blew up, right? And it got commented on 8 times, right, on the share that I made. And what that meant was, instead of the usual amount, it got 190 people and it got 46 engagements. Now, Facebook is interested in this number. It wants to know, is it an engaging thing? Did people engage with it? Okay, it's because they can sell you more advertising. That's why. But that's what that's about. They want that now. Commenting is important. If you comment on stuff, Facebook likes it. It likes it more than likes. If you engage with stuff like that. So that daft little post there got 190 people were reached by that. And then the other one I wanted to show is how it treats YouTube videos. You see this one, the Joseph Prince one. So that was 143 people. Now that's fine, that's my normal number of people, but because people wanted to engage with this, right, there were 20 engagements. Now, what were there? There were 10 link clicks, all right? And 7 people just viewed the photo, which is like, oh, nice looking chap there. So there were 10 link clicks. But YouTube, the YouTube channel has a mind of its own, and it doesn't just depend on Facebook. So what happens over here on YouTube is that is here. So the analytics for that were quite good. It's had 50 views, which is 13 more than I normally get, and it's had a good watch time. You liked that video, which is good. That's a good thing. You liked it. But them 50 views did not come from here on Facebook, because there were only 10 link clicks. They came from YouTube subscribers. It's a whole other matter. So that did well, but that's the exception, okay? Normally, what I'm saying is, Facebook doesn't like YouTube video links the best of times, and if you guys don't want to watch it, well, I'm sunk really with that. Here's an interesting one. You see this one here? This one here had 193 people reached and 39 engagements, okay? Now, 4 of them were photo views and 12 were link clicks. Now, I tricked YouTube, Facebook a little bit here. What I did was put the video on my UglyFish website, which is more likely to let you see, and I did a picture, this is complicated, rather than a straight link to the website. So I did a picture with a link up here, right? And then this little text here. It likes pictures, you see. So it'll share it with more people, okay? It had 39 engagements and 12 people went and had a look at that video on the website. So that's how that worked. Went to the website and then to YouTube, which is, I was just trying to fool Facebook, and I did. So if you put on, though, a regular video onto Facebook, it's absolutely loves that. So look, this is just, I put this on the YouTube link, only got 23 looks at or something. But on this one, a whole bunch of people watched it a little bit anyway, didn't get many watches. But it got 169. But you've got to be careful with Facebook when people say, oh, my video, I put my video on, it got 170 likes, 170 views. Well, no, it didn't, because the difference between Facebook and YouTube is Facebook counts a view as 3 seconds. So when it pops up in your feed and you watch it for 3 seconds, decide not to watch it, Facebook's counting that as a view, which I think is rubbish. What YouTube's interested in is something else. YouTube's interested in seeing how long you watch it for. They're interested in view time. That's what they want. Right, so this little video here, okay, it was viewed for 34 minutes. It's a 25-second video. So it was probably watched about 60 odd times. So here's a one that's direct from YouTube, a direct YouTube link, right? Coronavirus prophecy landslide. Now, I wasn't sure that this was the best thing to do. I was a bit maudlin on this video, but anyway. It says on here, it reached 29 people and it had 10 engagements. So 2 people click the link, right, to go and have a look at it. But on YouTube, so what came in from other people, so you guys weren't that interested on Facebook, but on YouTube, totally different story. So it got watched 69 times. Back to Facebook. Fascinating as it is, here's the bottom line. If you don't share, comment or like stuff on your church thing or on my stuff, which obviously I would really like you to do, then I have to pay. So it's either down to you to help me get the message out that I'm trying to get out, or I have to pay Facebook because they won't share my stuff with everybody. They won't even share it with my friends. Now, I could whine and whinge on about that, but it's fair enough. I mean, it's a business. It's not like a what is it? It's not like a public service. So what I'd ask is that if you see a post from UglyFish or 3 Things, that you would please consider sharing the post. That's the most useful thing that you can do. It puts me up the rankings. Make sure you set the post to public. So let me show you how to do that. So here's a post here. So let's say I want to share that post. I have to do all this fiddling on, you don't. So if I want to share that post, I go like that, and I can either share now without any comment, or I can write a post like this, and I set it to who I want to see it. If you write something conversational in the post, it's even better. If you don't agree with the post, share it, but write a comment in your share and say, I don't agree with this, but I'm sharing it anyway. So if you don't agree with what I'm saying, it's better, instead of ignoring it, just say, I don't agree with what you're saying, Ed. Here's my view. If it gets a conversation started, that's even better. Now, if you like the post, it gets seen by about 6 to 10 more people. So, and then if a conversation develops around that post, it puts the ranking up even more depending on how many people join in. These are all ways of, all ways of engaging with Facebook likes. And the same applies to all your Facebook posts too. So you have to share, comment and like stuff. Think of it in the order. It comes on the page. A like is good, a comment is better, and a share is the best. So if you don't want to share the post with all your friends, you can set up a custom list, and a lot of you don't know how to do this. Down here, you'll see a thing called friends lists. Just see it, click on that. Because you might not want your boss to see my stuff, but you might want your mates. So you can do your acquaintances, your close friends, and you can tell it who you want to restrict to just public stuff in your friends list. You've got a lot of control. You can also set lists up, so you can create a list. Look, it says, put your list name in, people I like on Facebook, for example, and then you start adding people to the list. And what that means is, see, I've got these lists here. So what that means is this: when I want to share something, so say I want to share this, this that the pastor's doing here. It's had one share. See, I want to share it. I can share that if I do write post. I can share that to the lists I've got, you see. Clever, isn't it? So I can share that to the lists, so you can do that. So just set up your church buddies if you want, and then you can just share the Christian stuff with them if you've got other people on who are a bit overly sensitive about that. Now there's people on in the world who will say, oh, that's like denying Christ and all that. Well, all right. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But now you know. So I'm going to make a quick note about YouTube subscriptions. So let's go over to YouTube and have a little look over here. This is what I see on YouTube. So YouTube subscriptions, some people told me they thought that if they subscribed, it meant they would have to pay. YouTube subscriptions don't cost anything. I'm not going to do it today. In another video, I might show you how to do that. When you subscribe to a YouTube channel, it's absolutely free because they sell advertising too, and a lot of it. And they pay people to put YouTube videos on. Now, I don't put videos on YouTube to make money. I'm millions of miles away from that. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of stuff you have to do now to be able to make money off it. I'm doing it because I want it left there. It's going to be there for a long, long time. Probably after I've gone, I want it left there. As far as Twitter is concerned, it's like the 10th circle of hell in Dante's Inferno. Here's a post I did in January 2019. It's a brutal place to be, and people are mean and nasty to each other, and I had to take a 6-month break from it, to be honest. It's just horrendous what people say on here. So I made this joke, Dante's Inferno updated, there are now 10 circles of hell: limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, anger, heresy, violence, fraud, treachery, and Twitter. And 295 people saw that, 3 clicked on it to see the picture a bit bigger. So I thought it was funny, but here's the thing about Twitter. A month later, just less than a month later, Donald Tusk of the EU made a comment about Brexiteers having a special place in hell. And I wasn't making a political statement for or against Brexit, but I updated it this time to include an 11th circle, Donald Tusk's special place for Brexiteers, which should be down here at the bottom. Now, the interesting thing about that is this tweet got 35,352 impressions because people love that kind of stuff, the political stuff. And 1,971 people engaged with that tweet, including 70 profile clicks and 50 detail expands, which is the thing I really want to do. Now, there's a lot more I could say about all of this, but if you've got any questions about social media, please ask. I'll do my best to answer any questions you've got within reason. In the meantime, please go and like the UglyFish page, and please, more than anything, go and like this 3 things page. Why would you not? And I'll see you soon.